To the Northwest Parkinson's Foundation, Yoga for Parkinson's. I'm Renee. This is my service dog and training Spencer. This session covers warrior poses. We all have to be warriors with PD. I have a sweatshirt that says, I'm battling Parkinson's. What's your superpower? So let's be warriors today. Let's start with some warm-ups. Have our ankles right below our knees. Knees straight out from our hips. This is a seated, we'll start with the seated version of a warrior and then we'll move to the standing version. So that our shoulders just up to our ears, down, big circles with your shoulders. Keep your breath going in and out through the nose if you can. And then reverse direction and squeeze your shoulder blades together and come up forward. Just like that. Just turn over one shoulder. We're just letting the neck warm up over the other shoulder. Look down. Look up. And let's get our arms a little warmed up. Let's just swing one. Switch it over to the other one. Let that go and let's reach out into a T. Swan dive down. When we get to a spine, we're just warming up a little, warming up the spine. Inhale back up. Hand on the side of the chair, we're gonna reach over. Switch, like you're a windmill. So we're just gonna keep switching hands and going over. One more time. Notice if you're breathing or holding your breath, we should be breathing. Let's go ahead and get our legs warmed up a little. Let's just kick out from the knee. Lift your foot up and kick out from the knee. And then the other one. And then we're going to reach both feet out. So reach out through your heels, lift up out of your tailbone and hinge forward, aiming your heart towards your knees. Feel that underside lengthening. Come on back up. So our seated warrior 2. I'm going to move over to the side of our chair. I'm going to start over on the right. I want to move to the side because I'm going to kick my right leg out. Get the right side first. Kick the right side out. Now you're facing forward and towards your bent left knee. And you just sort of like a letter, half of a letter V with the other leg. And then you kick it out. Don't notice if you leaned over to one side or the other. So you get yourself lined up again, straight, equal weight on sit bones and the chair. I'm sit up nice and tall. Just take a breath in here and notice the lengthening in the inside of the thigh. Nice and tall. We're going to press down onto the mat with the front leg. Reach out through the heel of the extended leg. Now we're going to inhale and reach out into a T and an exhale. Now we're going to turn. So the left arm is over the left knee, pointing the same direction. And have a look over your left fingertips. Notice if you lean back or went forward, you want to be nice and straight. If your shoulders are up at your ears, let them drop away. So feel the points where you're touching the floor with your feet. Press into them a little bit. Reach out through your fingertips like you're reaching for someone with both hands and up through the crown of your head. And go ahead and let the front arm, the left arm come down. Elbow on the knee. We're going to sweep the other arm, right arm up towards the ceiling. You can just reach there if that's comfortable. If you want to go further, you can reach overhead. Keeping your arms straight. Leaning on the left elbow for support. And then we'll bring that back up and come around and do the other side. I'm going to scoot over to the left side of my chair and take my left leg out. Right leg's bent in front of me. I'm making sure that I'm nice and long and straight. I'm gonna reach my arms out into T, inhaling. And then turn so your right arm is facing, your fingers are facing the same direction as your right knee. And have a look over those fingertips. And again, press down and out and lift. So if you feel you're reaching forward or reaching back, just notice that you're in the middle. Because we know the future's there, we know the past is there, but we want to remain in the present. And go ahead and let that right arm come down, forearm on the knee. Sweep the left one up. And you can leave it there, reaching up towards the ceiling, or if you want to reach it overhead to the right. Notice your breath, a bit strained. Ease up on the pose a little bit. And inhale, let's bring that back around and down. So the standing version of that, we use the chair. We're going to put the chair on the side of the mat. With the seat facing away from you, so you have the back. Oh, you can't see my head. So the standing version, sorry, you can only see part of me. Move back a little. There we go. You want to stand the long way on your mat. So we're going to step our feet apart. And your toes are pointing forward. You're going to take the foot closest to the chair and pivot on the heel and point your toes under the chair. So you're not turning that way. Your hips are still facing forward, you're still facing forward. But your toes are, front toes are pointing that way. And again, we want to be nice and straight, not leaning one way or the other, forward or back. Put your hands out into a T. And then come forward on the front leg, bending the knee. You can use the chair for support of your leg. And then we're going to look out over those right fingertips. Feel yourself pressing into the mat, lifting up out of your hips, out through your shoulders. Shoulders are relaxed. Fingers are reaching. You can bring your hand down to the back of the chair. Sweep the left arm up. And if you want to go over, that's fine. And back around. I'll do the other side now. So step out of that. So now your feet are pointing in the same direction. I'm going to take the left foot now, it's closer to the chair, and pivot so your toes are pointing under, but we're still facing the way our right toes are facing. Nice and tall and straight. You can go ahead and bend that front knee, get it into position. You can use the chair for support, the back of the chair for support if you want. Make sure your ankle is directly under your knee, not behind it. So you don't want to torque your knee. So there's nice and straight, nice and tall. Hips are facing forward. I'm going to reach it into a T. The shoulders settle down. And have a look over the left knee. Lifting up out of the hips, down through the feet, out through the arms. And then we can bring that left hand down and the right comes up. And let that come back around. Just for an after stretch. Let's go ahead and step one foot back, the other goes to meet it. And push away from the chair, pushing your tailbone back, hinging at the hips, nice straight back, nice straight legs. Bring your head between your arms. That's half dog, lengthening the back of the legs. And let's come forward on an inhale. Sit back down. Let's just take a breath in. Exhale out. Strap our hands down to the side. Twin your palms out. Inhale them up. Press them together. Bring them down to your heart. I can't attribute this saying to someone because I don't know who said it, but I love it. The sky is not the limit. There's footprints on the moon. Think of that when you're battling and being a warrior. Namaste.